Curriculum Design and Assessment by Byron Armijos. Introduction. What kind of teacher are you? I think I'm a teacher who loves their career and the most important that my students learn. My experience gained over many years of teaching has led me to have developed basic postulates of how to carry out the learning process, the relationship between teacher-students, between the students, the way of transmitting information, processing it, converting into knowledge, and a way of evaluating with the real goal that my students understand, analyze, developed, and also that they create with obviously a few theories. But many of the times eliminates the ones that have not been of much help. According to the change in the passing of time in this beautiful subject, I have used a few theories. Some of the theories that I use in classes are behaviorism, which is not one of the best, but it has an important role in class with beginners, cognitivism, and constructivism. Behaviorism, association between stimuli and responses lead to a new behavior or a change in behavior. So for me, behaviorism use the theory because, in my experience, I use this theory because I know infants learn oral language from other human role models through a process involving imitation, rewards, and practice student role models. In an infant environment, provide stimuli and rewards. When a student attempts oral language or imitates the sound of speech patterns, they are usually praised and giving affection for their efforts. This is what we do in classes, help students to pronounce correctly, to learn new words, using pictures, body language, etc. constantly, so it becomes part of their life. If I want to talk about cognitivism, the learning process, the receiver of information, seeking ways to understand it, related to already know information within his memory, I will understand that the main characteristic is that consider the subject as an active entity, learning by discovery, where the subject discovers the concept and the relationships and rearranges them to adapt them to the cognitive process. Learning consists essentially of the knowledge categorization. The next one is constructivism. The learner constructs his own vision of the world based on his individual experience and knowledge. I use the constructivism because this method distinguishes between receptive, repetitive, rote learning and receptive, meaningful learning, both of which can occur in school situations. Once understanding the grammar or vocabulary and expository methodology, with material or visuals or with computer resources, the students start to the point of producing their own product and create their own sentence. If I talk about the philosophy that they have, I will say that the philosophy that they have is to develop basic language skills in students, allowing effective communication in English at all levels, plan academic, administrative, and management process from a long-term strategic approach, with a broad participation of the actors involved. Obviously, have adequate and functional physical spaces conducive to the development of skills in students, and contribute the educational development of the cultural exchange and promotion of tourism at regional, national, and international level. This is what we will help our students at the end of this level. If I want to talk about the experience that I have with my students, well, I will need to say that the experience that I have with them is the level A2 elementary, according to the European framework, which says that the level is taken by, in my situation, my students' level is taken by you, the students, whose goal is mainly to achieve fluent communication in English and better the accuracy in the language through the improvement of the communication skills. This level incorporates real topics in everyday life. The program seeks to give participation the most real situation, and in order to give them the confidence to use the English more effectively and achieve their own goals, and also the chance to the teacher incorporate the activities taken from the students' needs. In addition, it's based on the severe level of A2. They are using the frame of the communicative approach. Communicative approach. The methodological techniques and strategies are based on the communicative approach. which focus on social interaction. The main strategies are the following: visual support to understand the context, participation in dialogues and performance to practice the language, listen and complete, link or identify true or false, write short stories about travels and letters, participation in dialogues using verbal and non-verbal communication. That's why communicative approach is one of the most important approaches that I use in my experience. What I want to finish is with this reflection, which says we have to teach as if they were the last group of people in the world, thinking that they are the last ones. Thank you.